Are you a short sock or a long sock person?
I had a phase when I was younger, and I wore a lot of ankle socks. And looking back, I'm like, what was
Ankle
I
socks
thinking?
as in, like, it showed the ankle or it went right above the ankle?
Right above. The ones that show the ankle and it looks like you're not wearing socks make me, oh, dude. Like, I don't get it. Like, I do,
That
but like,
I wore a lot of those at one point.
really? Were you like the dude that wore like Sperry's and khakis and like, you know what I
No,
mean?
never.
Yeah. There's a lot of
You
them.
know, I feel like socks, I've run the gamut, man. I've done the long socks that come up to like the calf socks.
Yeah.
I've done the ankle no-show socks where you see the ankle, and then I've done the one in the middle. That's the one that I usually wear these days.
Yeah.
But I think you can like I feel like I look pretty young, but I feel like you could clock my age by the socks.
What does a sock say about your age?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like I'm so I remember when I was working at the movie theater, I think I must have been like 23,
Uh-huh.
and there was this so the movie theater that I worked at was right next to the college that I went to.
Uh-huh.
So it was mostly college kids working there. But there were also like a handful of high schoolers, right?
Uh-huh.
And I remember there was this young kid, and she like her and I were talking about socks
Uh-huh.
and this exact topic, and she was like, "Why do you want people to see your ankles? You're
Yeah.
so weird." Like,
Yeah.
what? This was at the time where I was wearing like ankle socks.
Did that, like,
And
blow your
ever I
mind?
remember that I remember thinking like, I gotta stop wearing these socks. These kids are gonna
Yeah.
flame me.
Yeah. It's like that instant, like, reality check. You're
Yeah,
like, I need to change everything about this now." Like, go home to Target on the way home.
yeah. That's kind of like I feel like that's like total wife core. Like older guys, they'll just like they'll just wear something dorky, and it takes the wife to be like, "Hey," you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I think it is, though? I think it's the saying, oh god, I'm gonna mess this up so bad. But it's basically like you can teach a man to fish and feed him for his life, but if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. And I feel like a lot of the times the husband is just like
Yeah, he
a
just wants a fish.
toddler. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
wants a fish and he just wants to get fed. So he's like just it's like the classic like my wife dresses me. And it's like, bro, you're 35.
Yeah, it's too
Like
much. It's too much.
learn some color palettes or something, man. Like let's grow. Cuz once you're single, if hopefully it doesn't happen,
Oh,
but if
yeah.
that happens, like you're right back to square one. You're dressed like Unc.
I feel like that man, it's hard to we've talked about this before, but it's hard to dress well, man,
Yeah.
because it's hard to even observe changes like in trends in fashion, because
Right.
sometimes you just see somebody wearing something and you're like, what's going on there? And then everybody's suddenly wearing that. And
Yeah.
like certain trends that you want to take part of, and there's certain trends that you kind of go, no, not for me.
Mhm.
But I feel like what happens to a lot of guys, especially like around your 30s, is you're just like, well, this is how I dressed when I was 21. So I guess this will just be how I dress for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And then I feel like there has to be this moment where once you can afford it totally makes sense if you can't afford like nice clothes.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of hard to dress nice when you don't have a lot of money or you just don't know even where to look. It's kind of like you don't know what you don't know type of thing.
exactly.
But yeah, it really is funny that you mentioned that. Like you notice something. It's hard to like look at yourself third perspective and try to like make changes because like the other day I was like, man, I want to try something new with like my facial hair because the sides are a little too patchy. Like I want to like clean it up. And
Yeah.
so I went shorter on everything. And I looked back at even the old podcast episodes. I'm like, dude, I look like Grizzly. You know what I mean? And it was like, I didn't have that perspective though.
You know what you should do, man? Is you should just go mustache. That's like a super popular look right now. You should at least try it out.
I would look so bad.
No, 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 try it out. Grow out the must because I would love to do that, but I just can't grow a mustache well. I would let this grow in a little bit more
Yeah.
and just shave everything else down. Dude, I'm telling you, the hyenas are into that right now.
Now I understand where you're coming from, but you also have to understand there's a fundamental difference between you
Okay.
and me.
Okay.
I think
All
you
right.
could pull that off. I think you're
I
more a
don't think so.
mustache guy.
I don't know, man. I feel like you definitely have it in you. Dude, I know I've said this before, but I feel like most of fashion is just confidence.
Oh yeah. I totally get that. There's just like you got to know you got to know your limits sometimes.
I will acknowledge there's certain looks that just look better on other people.
Yeah, and I've had like so many conversations about like just my facial hair with women and like trying to decide what's going to look best and stuff, and it's like don't trust me, I'm in the lab like
You're
dissecting.
cooking.
Yeah, I'm
You're cooking.
dissecting and I'm like pulling out different lengths and I'm like, well this is a 3, so this was a 3, it kind of look weird because it doesn't really connect and blend with this. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
looking at every angle of my face when I'm making a decision. So it's like
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like I am open to change and I'm open to trying new stuff, whether it's like clothes or like hygiene, obviously, or like shaving. But I feel like it comes to a point where it's like you kind of know yourself best.
I agree with that to a certain extent because I do feel like you got to get comfortable trying new things.
Yeah.
Um, and like even, dude, I remember when I switched from just like the straight leg pants to the baggy pants, immediate difference. Immediately,
Yeah.
people were like, "Damn, dude, your sense of stuff." I immediately got women telling me, "I really like how you dress."
Yep.
Like my female friends were like, "You got a good sense of style," and I was like, "It's just the pants are fooling everyone."
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, you also have to like, I don't know. Dressing is so weird because you have to dress to your style, like your vibe, what you look like, your personality, and your body type. So there's like so much going on. You can't like cookie cutter it and be like, if I wear this, it looks good. Because sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah, like it's hard to just like you could just go into H&M and be like, "Let me buy that mannequin's outfit."
Yeah. And the mannequin.
And the mannequin, unrelated.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be a funny challenge to like, you have to wear what the mannequins are wearing, like in every store.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, walk in wearing the exact outfit that
Yeah.
they're
And
wearing.
posing.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. Well, what kind of socks are you wearing right now? Yeah.
the ankle.
Dude, these not hashtag not an ad, but these are like the best socks I've ever bought.
The dry fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a couple. I okay, you guys let us know what's what's the sock game looking like these days?
I think we're both right, by the way. I think there is a time and
I feel like
place.
anything other than ankle socks is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Ankle socks are like I
Yeah.
have a hard time finding the redemptive quality of those.
Or like barefooting. Like people don't wear socks with dress shoes, and I'm like, I personally just could not deal with it.
Wild.
Yeah, the amount of like just moisture. You're out in the sun. You're at your
Yeah.
friend's like wedding.
And you're just like slipping and sliding inside of the shoe.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's a lot going on.
Have you seen? I think this is a trend, and I don't know if I'm gonna partake because at first I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of a dad thing," but then the more I thought about it, I was like, "Is that kind of a me thing?" I saw this dude wearing some linen pants, so like a baggier pant,
Hmm.
and it was like cuffed at the ankle, and then so like you could see just about where his ankle was at. The
Hmm.
pants stopped.
Hmm.
And then he was wearing those, like, sandals that, like, have this not like the Velcro straps, but, like, I forget what they're called, but, like, the sandals with that pair of pants.
Yeah,
And I was thinking, like, "Yeah, sandals with pants, who the fuck is wearing" but then we're not talking flip-flops and jeans, you know what I mean? Like, that's a dad look,
yeah.
but I kinda feel like wearing that, you kinda look a little like you know what I mean?
You could make it work. I think Also, it's weird how like fashion repeats itself so often. So like when
Yeah.
I was in school, New Balance was your dads would get roasted for wearing New Balance. Or if a kid came into school wearing
Yeah.
New Balance, it's like it's over. And it's like one of the models will like resurface and it'll be like the top thing to wear. Like they're like
Yeah.
called like the 9066s or something. And they're
Yeah.
like I don't know if it's I'm getting older or if they actually look good. Like I feel like my lens is distorted.
I think that's a good way to look at it though. The filter that we look through is just changing.
Yeah.
And like back in the day, super dorky. But like as time moves forward and tastes change, we look back and we're like, were they super dorky?
Yeah.
Or were we just not ready for it? Like I
Yeah.
kind of think about like, do you remember those super chunky like DC sneakers or like the
DC.
Osiris
Yeah,
sneakers?
kinda, yeah.
Like they were just so big. They were clunky.
Yeah.
And a chunky sneaker's in, man.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Like, are those gonna come back?
That's so funny to be, like, the creator of something, like clothing. That's what we should do for our first merch is you're like, people aren't ready. Like, the fashion
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
even ready for like, we're releasing this, but it's, like, almost in a time capsule because there are some clothes like that where they stand the test of time. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's really weird how, like, certain fashion trends will just, like, resurface, and it's like, "Oh, this actually looked so good." Like, there's some things that you'll see nowadays, and it'll be like, "There's no way that resurfaces."
Yeah.
Like, the clown shoes, the Mickey Mouse shoes that everyone was wearing that are super expensive. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
the like boot,
Yeah, like
the
the big
red boot.
yeah, yeah, those. Like, I can't see
Uh-huh.
those unless you're, like, literally a clown.
I feel like that's like some like runway fashion is a lot of times really different than like streetwear
Right,
fashion.
right.
Like some shit that's on the runway, it's like, oh, okay, this is just like meant to be looked at on a runway.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
nobody's actually wearing this in the real world.
Right, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But those specific shoes, I don't know because I seen like a bunch of people like I seen like rappers wearing them.
They've never looked good, though. It's not even like I've
Yeah.
never looked at them and been like, "Oh, I could, like,
How do you
s"
style those?
they're so
You know what
high
I
up. They're
mean?
to your knee, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. They're so goofy.
I feel like those are the kind of things that only women can wear.
Maybe.
I feel like women's I'm so fucking jealous of women.
But it's not
Women's clo
well, they're basically shaped like an hourglass, and we're shaped like just like a plank
Yeah,
board.
but women's clothing is so much more adventurous is what I
Oh,
mean.
yeah. It's advanced.
Like, women's clothing, they could roll the dice on some things. Men's clothing, it's like, you
Yeah.
get a t-shirt, pants, you get, like, a button up maybe.
Yeah, I saw a video where it was like it was very self-aware, but it was basically like, "Are you a straight male that's afraid of homosexuality? Then wear layers." And it was just like a guy
Yeah.
with a t-shirt and a flannel on top. And it's like, that
Yeah.
really is men's fashion nowadays.
Yeah, unfortunate reality. They got me. They cooked my ass, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's just like they're like it's so funny the perspective on that though. It's like you're going from 2D to 3D, like layers.
Yeah. I remember I went to dinner yesterday with my family and I wore this bracelet and I had a ring on. I had a black ring on on this finger. I'm not wearing it right now. But my uncle was like, "What's up with that ring?" And I was
Mhm.
like, "It's just a ring, man."
Yeah.
Like,
See what you
but
get.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Cuz like most men, if you're wearing a ring, it means you are to be married, to be
Yeah.
wed.
Why would you wear that for style?
Yeah.
It is really weird. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to fashion. I just try to help a little bit. I feel like if there's a scale from like a 1 to 10, and 10 is like, have you seen that guy? I think his name's Wisdom. He always does like the super cool fashion edits and he'll dress like characters and like with themes and
The
stuff.
black dude?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
10.
Yeah,
And
he's cooking.
and then one is like Fred Flintstone. I don't know. Like I don't even know if I could say like a who a one is, but I would say I'm somewhere in like maybe a 6 or 7 if on a good day. I don't know.
I wanna be more adventurous.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it comes down to. I will say it is pretty like fashion is one of those things that it seems like you have to spend a lot of money to like really be up to date on it.
Yeah.
But I go to a lot of like thrift stores and I
Yeah.
like thrift a lot. So there are ways to get more stylish pretty cheaply, but it does take a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, because you just gotta like, dude, in a I went to a thrift store this weekend, and I'm just like, I see, how they color code everything, and it's like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't even want to look through all this. It's so
Yeah.
much.
Uh-huh.
Like, you
And
gotta
like
have the
most of it
energy.
is just like just graphic tee. It's like the Zelda graphic tee that like all the dudes always wear with the cargo shorts.
Yeah. I saw a video of somebody that was like trying to convince their friend to do a backflip. And I thought it'd be like, it's so funny to think about convincing somebody who's never done a backflip, like, hey, you can do it, man. Like, you
I
can
think
really
if
do it.
I feel like okay, I'm definitely not the kind of person who would fall for a cult,
Yeah.
but I feel very susceptible to being convinced I could do a backflip.
You know what? If I had to convince you to do or if my goal was to convince or get you to do a backflip,
Yeah.
the way I would do it is I would basically do what we did with the marathon. So I would challenge you. I'm like, dude, there's no way. You're not even that athletic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the way I'd have to do it for
First of
you.
all, I'm very athletic.
Yeah.
I think I feel like if I was gonna try and convince somebody that if I was gonna try and convince me that I could do a backflip, I would pose it as like inquisitive. I'd be like, "You think you could do a backflip?" I don't know, maybe. Like depends on like my limber.
Mhm.
And I don't know, man. Like a
Yeah.
backflip is not. It's got to be pretty athletic.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, you
yeah.
gotta, like, warm yourself up into it.
How much money would have to be on the line for you to like do a backflip and like really like
Like,
go
fully
for it,
attempt it.
fully attempt it?
Where do I do it? Do I do it in my room or outside? Do I get to pick?
You get to do it in the grass outside.
I don't get a mattress.
You get no mattress.
How much
I'm
money
gonna
would
be
I
honest.
take?
It would probably take me like $10.
There's no way.
Yeah, I think somebody was like, "Hey man, I'll give you $10 if you try and do a backflip." I'd be like, "All right, I feel like I could do this."
What if you just, like, broke your neck? And then,
I'm
like,
so see people say shit like that. I'm like, come on, look at me. I'm way
that's
more athletic
the
than that.
that's the guy that breaks his neck. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just doesn't believe in it. Um, Realistically, I just I'd be so, oh man, I don't know if
In
I
front of your
could.
girl. How about that? In front of your girlfriend.
I just wouldn't. And then they keep upping it. They're like, "What about 1,000?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty good. We could go on a date.
yeah. It's like several dates.
Yeah, go on take that trip you want to
Places
take."
I'm going.
Yeah, 1,000. I would think about it. I would think about it.
This is like financially irresponsible to not do a back.
It's
Try and do
only
a
a
backflip for a
thousand,
thousand.
dude.
Only a
I
thousand?
need something to change my life to risk my health.
No, hell nah,
I don't even
dude.
have health insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I got health insurance, there was kind of a moment in my head where I was like, I should probably like break a bone or something just so I can like get the most out of
Yeah.
this.
Get a free trial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys fix
Might as
this?
well.
Your
I
arm's
couldn't
that
do this
way.
for yeah. It's just shaped all weird. It's like a backwards, like a Ken doll that was put together wrong.
Oh my god. Did I? You know how like there's like a whole stigma about like people who hate putting stuff together, like IKEA or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Can't
might
relate.
I might be an odd one out, but it doesn't bother me that much because I'm so excited for the thing. Like I got this chair and I built it in like 25 minutes. It was a breeze.
You know what? Initially, I was gonna agree with you, but now I'm just thinking about when I was living with my ex girlfriend and we bought like a TV stand
Mm,
together,
yeah.
and I was like putting it together, and I was getting really frustrated.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was getting really fucking angry actually,
Yeah.
just because I was like, "This doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would they say it like that?"
Yeah.
And then
Where do you think that anger and frustration like comes from? because you have a very okay. So for the people that are listening or watching
Yeah.
that don't know, almost this is like the first week, but almost every week that we've recorded, it'll be right before we press record, and Danny's like, "Hold on, I gotta fix my camera. I gotta fix my light," and it'll be like 15 minutes of him getting frustrated with technology, and it's like your setup has
Well,
not really changed.
'cause
Like, it's just funny.
well, technology is one of those things that like frustrates me in a unique kind of way
Yeah.
because like fucking you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
the our lives have like we give so much data to these companies and it's supposed to be you can spy on us
Yeah,
but you got to make my life easier and
yeah.
if it doesn't make my life easier I'm getting shafted on this deal.
Right, right.
Oh god.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense when you put it that
I'm
way.
like hot right now.
Yeah. Oh man, it just I don't know. You just have a very specific like personality, um, and it makes me laugh.
You know what, I'm not even really an angry like
No,
okay well
not like
I'm
seriously, like scary angry. That's different.
no I think in my life, I've been like, okay, anger's like, you got to figure out how to deal with that, you
Mhm,
know? And I'm at a point where, yeah, I'm not like a super angry person. Like if I'm in a serious interaction with somebody and they do something that hurts me, even if I feel angry, I could just be like, hey, I didn't like that. I feel hurt. I could communicate through it.
mhm.
But when fucking Google like
Yeah.
keeps trying to get me to sign in on my phone and I keep saying and not right now, just stop fucking asking me to sign in. I
Yeah,
clearly don't want to sign in.
yeah, yep.
Fuck. And like cookies. Oh my god.
Authenticator apps, dude.
Ah, dude.
You're like
Yeah,
trying to.
don't that actually really
Oh, he's
pisses me
just
off.
like.
No, I okay. My roommate is like getting really into raves right now.
Mhm,
And there was a rave in our city in like it was like a warehouse rave, right?
mhm,
And she was like, "We should go to this. The tickets are pretty cheap, and it looks like it's gonna be cool." So she sends me the link to buy the tickets. I click on the
mm.
link. I go to select a ticket. I select my ticket, hit checkout, and instead of just being able to put my phone, like my card into my phone, it made me download an app.
Oh,
Immediately pissed me off.
yeah.
And then I had to put it so like now I just have more shit on my phone. And I was like, I saw download the app and was like, I don't even want to fucking go to this rave anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
man.
that's how much it pissed me off.
No, I totally get that. I don't know why events are like haven't figured that out. Like there
It's because
shouldn't.
they want your data, man. I'm telling you.
I
That's
know.
like that's what it frustrates me.
Right.
Why it frustrates me.
Yeah. That's
Because I
like
see through their bullshit,
I feel like that's one
their
of those
deception.
apps though that should be like a universal like, "Hey, use this for every event ever." And then but like obviously that's too logical.
Yeah, but also that's kind of exactly how we got here with Ticketmaster.
Yeah. So,
That shit is crazy.
what, Ticketmaster?
Ticketmaster, yeah. They'll be like, "Yeah, you can go to this concert. It's $45 a ticket." And you're like, "$45? Yeah, these are pretty good seats. Yeah, let me check that out." And then by the time you check out, it's like, "Yeah, you owe us $46,000, please."
Or
With
the and the and the tickets are fake.
yeah. And in fact, we're going to sit you behind a pillar so you can't see down to the stage.
Oh man. I love going to events. I haven't they don't really have too many in Michigan. I remember I was telling you about that one EDM concert they have. It's called
Yeah.
oh, what's it called? It doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I like events, but the whole like ticket scenario, like the last event I went to, it was a nightmare. Like we legitimately bought tickets through everything they told us through the app. We go there and they're just like, we can't find you. And it's like, dude, I paid the money. I don't know. It was just like all messed up. And it's like, there needs to be a better system.
Yeah.
It's bad.
If you could bring one musician back from the dead to see live, who would it be?
Can I get some
One night only.
options?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I think I would bring back Mac Miller.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I always wanted to see Mac Miller live, and I never got an opportunity to, especially just because like he seemed like he was going somewhere so interesting with his music career, and his performance seems like really authentic.
Mhm.
I'm so sad about that was like the first celebrity death that like really hit me.
Yeah. I That's a tough question. Because I'm trying to think of, like, who's even dead.
Most of the people who have existed actually.
Um,
Prince, Michael Jackson, I feel like
ooh,
legends, you know. So going to a Michael concert now, with everything that we know,
yeah,
feels weird.
yeah. Oh, man. I don't know then. I feel like he'd be a good answer minus, like, the personal
Yeah.
stuff. Just based
Yeah.
off talent and, like, performance, though.
There was never a star like him too. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever gonna, because like now the landscape has changed. Everybody's kind of there's like a million tiny celebrities.
Which is good, though, I think. 'Cause
Yeah,
being,
in
like,
a lot of
that
ways.
famous could be just, like, think about even the say, like, a Twitch partner that gets stalked. Imagine
Yeah.
that. Like, oh, man. I feel like I would always be worried about my safety.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird how like there are some people who are like famous that like you still just you just don't know. Like
Yeah.
like we could go to I live in California and LA. Like okay, good example. I was in I was near Echo Park, which is like an area in LA,
Mhm.
and I went into this coffee shop, and as I was walking out, one of the women in line, I recognized her from TikTok. You ever see that girl who's like the indie girl character? Like
I don't know if I have.
she makes TikToks about uh like the character, the indie girl in a movie, and she's like working on cars, and she's like, yeah, I had all brothers,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
And I went up to her and I was like, hey, uh I really like your TikToks. I think they're really funny. And she was like, "Oh, thanks." And like we talked to her for a second. And then we walked out and she's like super like popular on TikTok. But like how many people in that coffee shop were like, "Who the fuck is that?" You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And there's like literally a million people like that. Like a million interactions like that going on daily.
It really makes you wonder, like, I don't know how big her following is, but, like, there
She's pretty
needs
popular, man.
there needs to be some brand deals or stuff going on. Like, unless she
Oh,
really
I'm
enjoys
sure.
that job, there needs to be
Yeah.
more money
Well,
in
she was
her.
just like working. She wasn't working. She was like
Oh.
she was going in and getting a cup of coffee.
I thought she was handing you
Yeah.
like she was the
No, no,
barista.
no.
I was like,
Yeah,
"Damn, man, TikTok ads
she
are
was
not
in
paying well."
line. Yeah, she was in line waiting. I should have been more clear about that.
Yeah.
She was cool though.
Like, my garbage man was super famous on TikTok. That would
Yeah,
be a crazy channel. Like, a garbage man, get ready with me or
get
something.
ready for me for my day as a sanitation worker.
That's Do you think, man, you gotta be so strong to be a garbage man.
They make good money, man.
I guess the trucks do a lot of the work nowadays, but they still gotta lift a bunch, don't they?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like how much money does a garbage man make?
Let's guess.
That's a city job. I think it's pretty good, man. Like government jobs like that, they usually get like decent benefits.
Yeah.
It's like it pays not always great, but like shit, it's competitive.
I'll say
Get dental.
60K a year.
60 sounds right.
Garbage man salary.
55 maybe.
Um, it says this is in Michigan, anywhere from 34 to 56K.
Okay.
So I
Is
mean,
it that's pretty low.
well, it's
34
Michigan.
is yeah, okay. But even still, man.
In Michigan, 34K can get you like a city.
Oh, really? Really?
No, but it's probably like 20% lower salary than, or like cost of living than Cali.
Uh
Something like that.
yeah, 30. 36 in California,
Oh yeah,
you're like
that's
you're really struggling.
yeah, because just after all bills and stuff, I mean, like you probably have to have like food stamps and everything. 34K in
Probably,
Cali,
yeah.
especially in LA. I feel like in LA you gotta at least make like 70.
If you wanna live, like, comfortably.
Yeah. That's what scares me about like places like that. I'm just like, I feel like I have to be like a multimillionaire, like just to like make it.
I mean, having a roommate helps because most of the time in California, the biggest cost is just housing.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, find a roommate or 2 that you really like. 1, you have a friend. 2, uh, cost of living is, like, a lot less.
Have you ever went on a date with someone and they had a sign of being really dirty?
A sign of being like,
Like,
"Oh, dude."
did I just
Th I'm
unlock a
glad
memory?
I'm glad you brought this up because I I this isn't exactly an answer to your question, but I saw like a TikTok or something like of an Instagram post or something like this girl, and I was like, "Damn, this girl is really pretty." And for some reason, her hand showed up in the frame,
Uh-huh.
and she had the nastiest fucking fingernails, like super dirty fingernails. Like there was a bunch of shit underneath her fingernails. And immediately I was like, no. I didn't realize that
Oh,
that was a
yeah.
deal breaker for me, but it is.
That's the worst when you realize it. I would rather
Yeah.
know up front because then you can be like, okay, it's okay, this and this. But then it's like, imagine you're on that date.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And I actually, as in that moment, I realized like there were a lot of women because like a lot of women have a thing with hands,
Yeah.
right? And I'm a guitar player. You need to have like really short nails to have to like be able to hold down the frets properly.
Mhm.
So my hands are like really well manicured and I clean under my nails and I'm like always washing my hand. I don't like having gross hands.
No.
And in that moment, I like totally identified with the hands girlies because I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, a girl with gross hands, immediate deal breaker.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was something that was gonna bother me.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where you like almost don't think about because you're just like, why would they be dirty?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it almost feels like out of place to be dirty.
How many times a day do you think you wash your hands?
Realistically, you want me to like do like think about it for
Yeah,
a
like
second?
yeah, yeah.
Probably.
I'm telling you, I wash my hands. It's at least double digits.
Yeah, I would say 10 to 15
I would
for
say
me.
around 12 times a day, 12 to 14 times a day.
Yeah, I'm definitely up there. Like I probably it's
Yeah.
probably even more than I think because like anytime you cook, anytime you go to the bathroom, anytime you get
Yeah.
something on your hands, anytime you come back from
Yeah.
the gym,
Mhm.
like there's grocery store, like there's so many different reasons. I honestly don't know if I want to know because I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you know how they say like you're spending a third of your life sleeping? I feel like the other third is washing my hands. Like you just made me
One
realize.
when I during COVID and like early on when like we knew like nothing.
I just carried around a
And
sink.
yeah. I became very aware of like how often I touched my face. And
Yeah,
ever since then, I've been like, fuck, dude, I gotta wash my hands.
yeah. If someone
But
like
yeah,
tied your hands behind your back, how many times do you think you wash your hands a day then? You know what I
I
mean? Like how far are you willing to go to wash your hands? You
honestly, if I
wake
can't
up.
wash my hands, I don't think I'd even wanna go out.
I think it'd be a little weird to be like, I'm ready to go out, my hands are clean, but your hands are still tied behind your back. The
Yeah.
people that you be are like, what's this guy's deal?
What if we, like, just wore, like, Mickey Mouse kinda gloves all the time? What isn't that weird? There was a time where, like, people wore gloves everywhere.
Like, were they latex or like golf gloves?
They were, like, cloth,
I don't know why I
like,
said golf
golf.
clubs. Golf
You
clubs.
call 'em golf
Golf
gloves, yeah.
clubs.
Maybe that was just rich people.
Um,
They were
yeah.
just like, "Ugh, I can't touch the paws."
People like the people that like can never wear an outfit twice, or like never like that Justin Bieber story where he said like he never wore underwear more than once.
That shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
I I I'd be
Just
wearing
donate dirty ass underwear. Here you
yeah.
go.
I wear underwear until that shit is threads.
Dude, oh, it gets me so upset though when I pay like a top dollar. A top dollar for me is like Calvin Klein, and I only have like
Yeah.
one set or two sets. And when they get a hole in them, it needs to be like they need to have like a 30-year warranty. Because if I'm paying like this much amount for Calvin Klein boxers, they
Yeah.
should not have holes in them. Like
Yeah.
legitimately.
Have you ever, you know how like when you wear like new underwear, like there you get like some of the like cotton on you, or
Um,
like new socks, like when you take
yeah.
them off, like you get like
Oh,
there's like cotton on your skin.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if there's ever been like an instance where like somebody was like on a date and it like went well, and
Yeah.
you like head back to your place and you take off your underwear, but you're just covered in
You
cotton.
got cotton dick.
And she's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh yeah, that would be, I mean,
Be hard to explain.
yeah. Unless it's, yeah. Like I really can't think of a reason. It's just like I got a lot of cotton. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, yeah. This is new underwear. Please believe me.
Yeah. I think it's really funny too, like
Looking like a caterpillar.
when you're really young, you're like so worried about like all these different things and trying to get out of it, like to not embarrass
Yeah.
yourself. But as you're older, you're like, what do you want me to do, man? Like
Yeah.
I'm just here.
Yeah. You want to leave?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. So I don't know. Um, so stupid.
You know what? I actually, uh, to go back to the date thing,
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about I had to go grocery shopping because I had like I I I had a little birthday party. Oh, I we talked about it a little bit, but
Yeah.
I
Happy
turned
birthday.
20. Yeah, I turned 27 yesterday as we're recording this. Um, but yeah, thank you.
Of
But I
course.
had a little birthday party um over the weekend, and so I went to the grocery store and picked up like some snacks and some, some
Mhm.
drinks and napkins and stuff.
Mhm.
And there was like this cute girl who was like checking out, and I was just thinking like, as I was looking in my phone notes app at my like grocery list, I was thinking like, I feel like a good way to get to know somebody is by like looking at their grocery list, like
Mm.
the kind of groceries that they're getting regularly.
What's a red
Because
flag in a grocery list?
microwavable chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
if that's on your grocery list regularly, then I know you're dealing with some demons.
Yeah.
Or
Um,
anything, any this is maybe a controversial take. Any pre-prepared, like too much pre-prepared food on your grocery list, and I'm like, you don't got a lot of shit figured out, do you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always like it's all processed.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you're like, why do you need frozen mashed potatoes? Like, I didn't even know they made those. Like,
yeah.
you can't just mash them or do something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, what's a green flag then for a grocery list? Bunch
A
of
lot of fresh
ingredients.
produce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just ingredients. Like just the word.
Yeah.
You don't even like keep track of what you need. You just put
Yeah.
ingredients.
You're just buying spices every time.
Yeah.
Just fiscally irresponsible.
Yeah, you're just like figuring it out kind of.
Yeah. I think a lot of fruit, that's a green flag for me. If you're eating a lot of fruit, I'm like, damn,
If you get too much
this
fruit
woman's got
though,
shit figured out.
yeah, but I think if you get too much fruit, it's like do you not understand how like due
Yeah.
dates, work or whatever? Cuz
Yeah.
like
Are you eating all of this, or are you just
yeah.
throwing this shit out?
Yeah, at some point like it's just wasteful.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Unless you're making like a fruit bowl, you're having company over, but like I don't know, man. If you meet somebody at the grocery store and you're like, "Hey, let me see your grocery list." Like, let's swap
Yeah.
phones. You know what I mean?
Top Okay, okay. That's this that in top 3 grocery green flags.
Ooh. How specific are we getting?
Anything in the grocery store is on the table.
Green flags?
Mhm.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna say some type of vegetable. Like
Get more
how
specific.
more specific? Oh, like a specific?
Yeah.
Onion?
Onion, yeah,
Because
gotta be.
because you know that they know how to cook because it's like onion goes in everything.
It's the basis of so many meals.
Yeah, so you're using it a lot.
Onion
Num
or garlic, both equally, like,
yeah,
green flags for me.
yeah. Number 2, we'll go down, like, a different section. We'll go a spice, like an in like a seasoning.
Okay.
So, like, some type of, like, salt-free Mrs. Dash mix, and I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
she wants flavor, but she's also, like, eating
She's
healthy."
she's aware of her sodium intake.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she
Uh-huh.
knows balance. And then number 3, mouthwash.
Ooh,
Because 'Cause I'd be like,
unconventional.
yeah, because it's like, okay, now you're dealing with hygiene.
Yeah,
Because I don't wanna go
no, I
all
think that's
food.
a sleeper pick. That's good, that's good.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people sleep on mouthwash, and I think that's like, okay, so her teeth are gonna be white, she's gonna have good
Uh-huh.
breath, she's taking care of her teeth.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you don't want unwanted head like tooth addicts that are starting arguments. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You gotta think down the road.
Yeah, long term.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
so
Let me
let me recoup real quick just to like
okay,
so I had onion, I had seasoning, and then mouthwash. Okay, what's yours?
okay. I want definitely a fruit of some sort. And I'm thinking this is her every grocery list. Like these are the things that she's stocking up on.
Yeah.
She's coming and picking this up every time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want pineapple, maybe like
Yeah.
some canned pineapple or fresh pineapple. I feel like either way,
Yeah. I can deal with canned pineapple because I understand just like the logistics
it's
of
such a
it.
hassle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like
Like
just diced pineapple that they do like at the deli there or something.
yeah. Anytime you're using like your forearm to deal with food, it's a little
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah. Okay, a fruit, so I'm talking either like let's say either like an apple or some pineapple. Um, and then any fresh meat from the deli
Yeah.
is immediately like, "Oh, ho, ho, I gotta lock this woman down."
Yeah. That's a good choice. That's a really
Yeah,
good choice.
fresh meat from the deli, some fruit, and like let's go for like a little sweet treat, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like something that like you bake, not like just like something that like a
Okay.
like a box of brownies or like lemon squares.
Yeah.
I'm like, she could put in the time. She's got eggs at home. She knows
Yeah.
what's in the fridge.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Because then you know, like her cooking comes from a place of love, and it's like
Yeah, I
that's
want to make this.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. So you got what's your final pick like specifically?
Let's say a box of lemon squares or lemon square
That's such
mix.
a funny like thing. Hey man, where are you going? What are you getting at the grocery store today? Oh, just picking up some lemon squares. It's like what?
I
The
love
game?
lemon squares.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah.
Is lemons are lemon squares different from the meringue or how do you even say that word? I forget.
Right. uh
Meringue
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Meringue.
Oh, meringue?
Meringue. I don't know why I always forget how to pronounce it. Meringue.
Meringue is
They
like
should
the
change
kind
it,
of
honestly.
yeah.
So you had lemon squares, you had pineapple, and then you had the
Fresh
middle
deli meat.
fresh deli meat. That's good. If you
Yeah.
combine ours, you have the
Like
ultimate.
you got like groceries for the weekend.
You also have the love of your life.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Man. What a
I
what a world that we would be
know,
living in.
right?
A woman just making lemon squares while getting fresh meats from the deli.
Yeah, those lemon squares really pair well with your deli meat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got a lot of different things there.
Yeah.
They got like fish too.
It's like
Not that
wine
that
and
goes
pasta
better with.
though. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got this like this smoked ham with my lemon squares for dinner. Really touches the palate.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What okay, but what's like another good example of like an unconventional way to learn about like a potential partner? Grocery lists?
Grocery list is a good one. I also
Uh-huh.
think
I want to see the hashtags you follow on Instagram.
oh yeah, or like your likes. What's your for you page look like looking like?
Yeah, let me see your for you
Oh
page.
yeah, mine's good.
I think
My,
mine's good too.
yeah, like it's it's solid. Like it wouldn't disrupt anything I got going on.
Uh-huh. I
Um,
will occasionally get the stray, like, dancing TikTok.
I think that's just TikTok though.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it's just
hitting not
like
interested.
not interested, and then you're
Yeah.
moving on, and you see it like 8 days later, and you're like, bro, did
Yeah,
you not?
yeah.
I hate repeating myself.
Listen.
Yeah, my thumb does not like to repeat itself.
Yeah.
I would say like media interests. So like music interests would be a really good one. Like, what kind of
Mhm.
music are you into? Then I can get a vibe for like, are you into?
Ooh, yeah, let me see your Spotify, play like, on repeat playlist.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, if you, like, go on Spotify, if you might be listening on Spotify right now, just type in, like, "on repeat,"
Okay.
and actually, let's do that real quick,
Okay.
that'll be a
Okay.
fun little exercise. Let's look up "on repeat," and then let's just
Do
name,
you just search
like, the
it?
first 5 songs, yeah. It'll say, like, "on repeat, made for Mike," or whatever.
Oh, dude, these are some bangers. It's songs I like.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
got 3 of these songs I'm learning on guitar. One of them I sing for my vocal lessons, and then one of them I just like. I got
Yeah.
Scott Street by Phoebe Bridgers, Old Friends by Pine Grove, Tommy's Party by Peach Pit, Kissing Girls by Grady, and Call Your Mom by Noah Kahn. I'm such an indie fucking emo piece of shit.
How many do you have? You have like 20, right?
Yeah, there's a
There's a
bunch of
bunch.
them.
I actually listened to one of the artists suggested or
Yeah.
recommended to me. Um, the Tizo guy, Tizo Touchdown.
Tizo Touchdown?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I really like the songs "All" and "Up and Down."
Yeah, Tizo's cool.
On
Really, really
my
creative.
yeah, on my on repeat, I have basically what's expected.
Yeah, just give me the first 5.
It was "Turn It Up," Pink Panthers. That song just released, and it was like
Yeah.
the snippet of it was like you know how TikTok will do this thing where like an artist will tease the song for like a couple weeks. Some do it and never
Yeah.
release the song, and I hate
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, unsubscribe.
Yeah, why did you blue ball me on this,
Yeah. Um.
Pitbull?
Yeah. If Pitbull ever blue balled me on a song, then my life's not going in the right direction.
Yeah.
But "Turn It Up," Pink Panthers, absolute banger. "Lucid Dreams" by Dante Swan, and then I'll do the next two. There's this song called 3 Mil Till I Die. It's like some of this, like my music taste. If I'm listening to a song on repeat, I play it so much. Like
Yeah.
I would be like, it'll play, and I'll be like, gotta hear it again. Boom.
Yeah,
Gotta hear
yeah.
it again. Boom.
Yeah,
Like
until
for
I
just,
hate it.
uh, and it's a. Have you ever listened to a song so much that you legitimately like? I hate this song now because I've heard it so much.
Yeah, I kinda did that recently.
Do you remember what song it was?
It is Never been it's like, god damn it, what is it called? It was
"Hotel
on
Room"
my
by
on
Pitbull.
repeat. It was on my on repeat until recently.
Mr. Worldwide. What a
It's,
guy.
like, by Tom Sawyer, I think.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
Not by Tom Sawyer, that's a Rush song.
Oh.
Sawyer Hill is but the Look at the Time by Sawyer Hill. I just listened to that song until I, like, couldn't stand it anymore, and now it's been, like, a month since I've heard it, so now when I listen to it again, I'm probably gonna be like, "Damn, this song is fucking awesome," and then
Yeah,
do
yeah.
the whole thing
Yeah,
over
yeah, yeah.
again.
That is pretty funny how that happens. Like, I'll go back on, like, the Spotify ever since they started doing it, or I've gotten it since, like, 2018, where it's like you're
Oh, the recap?
yeah, the recap. I'll go back to that playlist, and I'm like, these songs are still so good, man." Like,
Yeah.
I still really like them.
Yeah, sometimes I'll, like, just hit, like, my liked songs and just hit shuffle and be like, "Ah, damn, this song is good."
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, "Yeah, man, you liked it."
Yeah. Yeah, the app is like, "What do you mean?" But, like, sometimes I'll go on my like songs. So my like song play let me know if yours is like this. I have, like, 1,000 because I just don't delete them. Like, I just
Yeah,
gave up. I used to do it
yeah,
and be tidy, and it's just like, it's an abyss. Like, there's no going back, and there'll be
uh-huh.
times where I put it on shuffle, and it'll be like, "Oh, I'm probably gonna like the next song," and it goes to it, I'm like, "Why did I like this song?" Like, it's not that good. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Have you done that with music? And it's like,
I've definitely done that. I think part of what's interesting about like music apps now and like streaming is now I treat likes as more of an algorithm thing
Yeah.
and not so much like a oh dang, I really like this song. Let me save this so I could listen to it later. It's more like I like this song. Let me like it so Spotify knows to show me more songs like this. And
Mhm.
I kind of think that's maybe ruining how I consume music.
Why? Why do you think it's ruining it?
I don't know cuz like I feel like that is definitely not the like artist's intention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
think it might be better if I would just like hear a song that I like and I think it might be better if I just hear a song that I like and go to the, like, artist page or, like, listen to the whole
Yeah.
album.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I do. I'll go to the radio of the song or I'll go to the artist almost every time. If the song's like
Yeah.
so good, I'm like, I gotta hear more by this person. And nine
Uh-huh.
times out of 10, they do have a song that's just as good, if not better, on that album.
Mhm.
Or a lot of the times you'll find an artist that isn't really that popular, but you go back to like 2 albums ago and it's like, why is this not the song like that popped off?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like up to the listener's discretion, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to make music one day.
You should, man. It's honestly, easier than you think.
Yeah.
Like, I did it's kinda hard for me to say that just because 'cause I'm still so new to it, but, like, yeah, it's the barrier for entry to, like, making music has never been lower,
Right.
which in some ways is really, really good. In other ways, it's probably pretty bad. But I today just bought a new audio interface so I could plug my electric guitar directly into my computer
Mhm.
and, record, like, using my because what I've been doing is just, like, using this microphone and playing my acoustic into it, but now I have, like I'm gonna be able to put like a ton of effects on my guitar, and it's gonna be super cool.
Like a direct
But
input, pretty much.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But like basically all of the equipment that you need to like start making music, you could download most of it for free, like
Right.
softwares.
Yeah. And just start learning music theory. But then sometimes they say not to learn it because it can like put your mind in a like a creativeness in a box because you're like, "Oh, it has to have this many drums from this
Yeah,
beat." You know what I mean?
I think I think I if I was to recommend because I kind of did that. I learned like I started playing guitar, and after a while, I was like, I think I want to start learning like music theory. And I think that you can definitely get stuck in a box and
Yeah.
try and just like do the stuff like that
By the book.
theoretically just makes yeah. But I think if I were to do it again, I would just like really force myself to just create and try and figure it out more.
Yeah, create with a feeling rather than like the logical side of your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy how just like there are so many musicians and so many like creatives now, which is great. Um, so I don't know. And there's YouTube. So you can like pretty much learn everything. Like if you put me out, I saw this Mr. Beast video where he put these guys out in the middle of a like a forest and he gave them $10,000 every single day that they like stayed. If me and you were
Uh-huh.
in a forest and we got $10,000 a day, how long do you think it would take before you're like, nah, man, I'm good?
$10,000 a day,
A day. We split that though. So it's really five.
$5,000 a day,
Yeah. Like, what's the goal? What do we shoot for? How many days would we try to shoot for?
at least 2 months.
60 days?
I feel like we could do it. Where are we? What's the climate?
Let's just say like the Midwest. Like,
Fuck, it gets cold out there, dude.
I mean,
Uh,
what's the opposite? Like super sticky and tropical, but
Well,
warm.
I guess I'm just trying to like to lock down exactly what the scenario is. So you drop me and you
Let's say we're in
in
North Dakota
North Dakota right now.
right now. We both get dropped in
Ooh,
there.
early summer.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, we're locked in. I'm telling you, I feel like we could go till August.
What are we eating though? Like, do you know
We
how to
got we
hunt?
gotta
I gotta
we
watch
gotta
so much
find
YouTube.
we gotta find a freshwater stream,
Yes,
and
that's
we're just fishing, man.
I feel
You,
like
you're from the Midwest. I know you know how to fish.
I'm all right.
You know,
That's where I'm at fishing skill level. I've fished on like Animal Crossing or whatever.
yeah,
But I feel like we would use a lot of your like I feel like I don't know why you know what you know about survival, but you just do. I feel like for me, it'll be a lot of like grabbing stuff, building the base, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
then you'll probably be like, okay, we got to do this. I'll be like, all right, you know what I mean?
Food, water, shelter. That's all we need, man. Food, water, shelter. We find a fresh stream.
Mm-hmm.
We set up a little sleeping area, a little hut area.
Yeah.
Maybe let's how we don't want to be too close to it. Like 100 feet away from the stream,
Mm-hmm.
and we just build a fire,
Yeah.
and we just like basically batten down the hatches. And in my head, we're both completely naked, and
You
we
don't
just
have to
have
be naked.
well, I got in the scenario that I'm imagining,
Okay.
we are just dropped into a forest with nothing but a knife and a book of matches.
I thought you were saying a
And
book of magic. That would have been. We probably could go 70
we
days.
know how to do some spells.
Yeah. What kind of Harry Potter spells could you even use for survival?
Probably like
Invisible
probably like
cloak?
this the spell where like you get like you know what's actually now that you mention it, what's crazy about the Harry Potter books is that there's like slaves in them. There's like the house elves.
Uh,
And like in Hogwarts, they just like Dumbledore will like wave his hand and the food will appear. But that
yeah.
food, it's not just like appearing. The house elves are in a kitchen like underneath the ballroom area,
Mhm.
and they're making all of this food.
Yeah.
So it's like all Dumbledore did was take their work and bring it up here. It's
Yeah.
like you couldn't just why can't he just make the food
Right.
appear?
Right, right.
The fuck is going on,
It's not
J.K.
even a
Rowling?
it's not even a real spell,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. It's
That's not
like,
impressive at all. I'd be like, "Dude, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
can you even make cereal?"
I don't know, man. J.K. Rowling. She's
Yeah.
an odd character.
Yeah. I
Anyway, yeah, I feel like we could probably use like some
what do
we
you
can make it. We can make it a couple weeks.
Okay, so if we're in the say we're stranded in the forest for a couple weeks, what do you think the reason we end the challenge is? Because a lot of these like videos is because they miss their family, et cetera, et cetera. What do you think the reason we're just like, hey, we have enough money, and then we probably plan out a business plan for the pod? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, like
Oh man.
what's the deciding factor that we shoot the flare gun in the air and say it's over?
Probably one of us gets hurt.
Oh yeah, who do you think
You
gets
know what I
hurt?
mean? You know what
It's funny because we both think different answers.
I think I understand why you think I would get hurt.
I
I
think you
just
would get hurt. This is all right. Like, explain it. Explain how. Let's
I
explain
think
that.
you think I would get hurt by being like arrogant and by being like, yeah, I can climb that tree. And
Yeah, we're not
like
even doing
falling.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I think you could do a
I
backflip.
I don't know, man. I just feel like in my head, I'm just not firing the flare gun. Like I will suffer through.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, I'm just thinking like, dude, it's your call. When you think we're good, like once we get to like mid-July, I'm like, this is already a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave this up to you. I could
Yeah.
keep going. In
Yeah.
fact, I could go indefinitely if I have to.
Yeah.
We will befriend the wolves.
Why? Like, why is your mindset indefinite? Like, you just don't want to go back to real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it gets
I'm just
sad to a
saying,
point.
like the longer we suffer through this, the better life is gonna be on the other side.
Yeah.
Man, I'm God, I was definitely raised Catholic.
Why?
That's like the whole idea between like the Catholic faith. Just like suffer now and later is gonna be sick.
Yeah. I
Later
mean,
being heaven.
Yeah. I feel like 60 days would be 600 grand. I feel like that's plenty. 300 grand each. I feel like you could do a
300
lot.
grand each.
Yeah, you could
Holy
do so
shit.
much with that. I feel like we probably even stop at like before that.
I feel like we would definitely be just like very malnourished.
Oh yeah. By like day 5, we're on the like our deathbeds pretty much.
No, I think like we're probably eating like twice a day and it's like a fish.
I might like I might eat some poisonous berries. Like after a
Who's the
while.
who's the hunter and who's the gatherer in our dynamic? Happy
Mm,
Pride.
I think it I think it could be both. I think it depends on the day, like who has the energy.
Yeah. You
As
know what's
long as
interesting?
yeah.
I feel like hunter gatherers, like in media, it's like, yeah, the men were the hunters and the women were the gatherers. But like that doesn't intuitively that sounds wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I'm sure there were a lot of guys who were very good at being like, yeah, I think this berry's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there were women who were like, yeah, I could shoot the fuck out of an arrow.
Yeah. For sure. Mulan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dude,
Yeah.
she like defeated all of the Huns.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I just wanted to say that I think you I think you get hurt because you get really frustrated with like the fish line one day and then you're like looking down at it like trying to untangle it and you like scratch yourself on like
Yeah.
a log and you're like son of a bitch.
Yeah,
And then
I
I'm like
definitely think that I would if I were to get hurt, it would probably be like me cutting myself somehow.
yeah, and you're like double angry. So then we're like trying to
Yeah.
wrap it up with like I don't know, leaves I guess or grass.
But do you think that's like just like us? Is that just a guy thing? Just being like, yeah, I could survive in the wilderness.
Yeah, because I in my like deep in my deepest part of my soul, I know that after like 3 days, I'll be over it.
Yeah.
Like legitimately. I
Yeah.
think if I'm getting paid 10K though, I probably stick it out for enough to be like 100K is my goal minimum.
Mhm.
Because 100K, I could be like, okay, that was 20 days out of my life, but 100K could really, if you do it the right way, can set you up for a while. You know,
Oh yeah.
so that would be my initial
Dude,
goal.
even 10K can be like a life-changing amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it could be. I guess it really depends on like what you're trying to do with it. But if you're trying to
Also, like I guess how you're defining life-changing.
yeah, if you could use that 10K and scam a bunch of people and make 100K.
If you can start selling like a
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Everybody's selling a fucking course. Every scam artist is just like, learn how to
Dude,
scam people. It's like, fucking, you guys are doing it.
I literally saw a video on a guy who exposed every like YouTuber that would like teach you how to make this much money from doing a course.
Yeah.
And people would just take that course and then do make their own YouTube video with their own course. It's just like, come on,
It's a
man.
Ponzi scheme. It's
Yeah.
literally like just getting more people underneath you.
Is a cult kind of like a Ponzi scheme in a way or no?
I guess it depends on the cult.
Yeah, I don't really know much. We should talk about cults next week.
Okay.
Because I saw Tony Robbins ad and
Oh, dude.
I heard he's kind of doing some shady stuff.
He just but like look at that guy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like I know I've said this before and I don't want to be mean, but like how the fuck do you fall for a cult?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like I I don't I want to be empathetic, but also I just know I personally and I understand like everybody's susceptible to propaganda,
Right.
including me. I know me personally, I would never fall for a cult.
Yeah.
Never. There's nothing anyone can do that I'll be like, "Yeah, man, I'll follow you to the end times."
Yeah.
I'm not falling for it.
It's a bunch of like nothingness, like what they're saying. Like I had the ad playing and I was like cooking or something, and I was listening to it on repeat because it was my phone was open, and it was just so funny because there's like a 2 minute ad of them saying nothing. They're just like, if you want
Yeah.
to improve your life, find out what was really like. We have all these secrets to uncover the true meaning, and it's like these sentences don't end.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
What are you saying? You're
Yeah,
not
I don't
saying
get it.
anything.
It was so funny.
It's like that's actually the kind of have you ever seen those like real estate like or like tech companies and they'll
Mhm.
put out like a video and it's always just like that?
Yeah.
Like there's I remember there was one that was like um mechanically engineered for peak efficiency. And it's like they're talking about a building that like a new area or a new built office building, right?
Yeah.
And they said mechanically engineered for peak efficiency. And I remember hearing that line and going, "What is the alternative? What do you mean mechanically engineered? Like you were gonna fucking build the whole building by hand?
Yeah.
Like, of course it was fucking mechanically engineered.
Yeah.
You're not saying anything."
Oh man, it's so it's the sad part isn't even them saying that. The sad part is the people that buy into it.
Yeah.
But you know what's
Well,
not
we
sad?
should before
Yeah.
you tell me.
Yeah.
We should each both pick a cult and
And
bring it for that'll be our homework. That'll be your
join a
guys'
cult
homework
and
too.
come back and
Yeah, join a cult. Research.
one cult.
You pick one cult and I'll pick another cult, and we'll each talk about a cult next week.
We should 100% wear some type of like cloaks or something. I'm so down. I'm
Okay,
not
all
even
right, I'm
kidding.
down.
We do need to come up with a name for the community. I was thinking about that like last week. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to episode 18. Make sure to review us on Spotify. I have been seeing a review here and there come in because I can see the little number go up. So if you do review us on Spotify, thank you so much. Follow us on our socials. TikTok we post, Instagram we post. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great week.